Hello, Nomad Sculpt, and this is the second video about texture placement. So how to place textures on such flat surfaces. Okay, so let's see. Nomad Sculpt. Yeah, something here like this. Okay, so I delete here first. Oh, sorry, not only the folder. Okay. So I sculpted here a house, only two box primitives, and they are not merged together at the moment. So they look like this. So I create here a clone and I rename this thing here as backup. So, and I hide it. I use this one. So first I voxel remesh this thing here and I keep the sharp edges. And so resolution maybe about this here and remesh. Okay, so the next step is here you have the face groups, and you see here at the moment the roof is the same face group, and here are a few parts same face group. I use here the normal option here, and you can change here the angle and press normal, so you get for every face here a separate face group. So but I'm not sure if this is the same face group here. So I press hide. Yeah, it's the same face group. So we have to change it. So now I hope we got everywhere separate face group. Okay, so at the bottom there's, yeah, I think I press again voxel remesh. So now it looks fine. Okay, another thing I want to demonstrate is here, sorry. So I clone this thing here, clone, and I hide this. And I'm using here the decimation thing here. Decimate. So I want to show you what happens when you decimate your mesh and unwrap it. So now I use the inspect, and you see here such a mess on the UV map. So this is not what we need. So I delete this one. So decimation is not the way to get a nice UV map. So we need a voxel remeshed mesh to get nice UV maps. Okay, so another test here, I have to show it because to understand what happens. So I press here unwrap. We have to wait a few seconds. So I hope the face groups are respected. And this is what we get when we unwrap it like this. So, and you can't use this when we place now a texture. Like this wall texture, everything is messed up. So we can't use it. Okay. So I go a few steps back. So at the moment it looks like this. So, and how to fix it? So you see here again, so the three dots here, and then here press separate by face groups. So we get a bunch of single faces here, like this. Every part is a separate mesh. And now we have to unwrap the parts. So I press inspect. So this is this part. So the inspector is on. And now we need the unwrapping here. So here for the setting, these are the settings, so I can reset them. They are default. So, and I press unwrap. Here I check first the normal atlas unwrapping, and you see here this is a nice UV map. So, or what? Yeah, a UV map we can use to place a texture. It's better to describe it like this. So now I tap on the next face and unwrap it. This one, unwrap. So now you see here is a little bit, yeah, it's not exactly aligned. So we can try to unwrap BFF, see what it's better. Yeah, it's a little bit better. So let's use here the BFF unwrapping and unwrap. Yeah. Okay, looks nice. Okay. I'm using BFF at the moment. And this one. So I think we got all. Okay. So now every wall has a UV map. So, and maybe I start at this wall. So we need now our texture. Sorry, I need it here. And I pick such a brick wall texture or stone wall texture. Okay, and I think it's okay. So sorry. So I copy here at the top. You see here a copy option for the texture, and I pick here the next one and I paste it. So I have to rotate it a little bit, so like this. Okay. And then here for the rotation, I type in here 90 degrees. So it rotates 90 degrees. So and we can change the scaling here that it aligns a little bit better with the other texture. And okay, it's fine. So I pick the next wall, paste the texture, and here I rotate the texture and maybe the scaling. Okay, so I do it a little bit faster so you see the workflow. So paste, then, so here the rotation is correct, maybe the scaling a little bit smaller, like this. And here, paste again. So here we can type in 90 and change the scaling. Paste. Make it a little bit bigger. Paste. So this is okay. And here, paste. 90 degrees, so paste. So I think you get it. It goes fast, I think. So it's, yeah. Yeah, what you expect. You can spend more time on it. So, and then maybe the roof. So I use here now our other texture, such a roof tile texture, like this here. So the scaling, let's use 2. So align it. Maybe like this here. And then again here, copy, pick this here, paste, and again change the rotation. And maybe the scaling, oh, not in this direction. We used a diagonal texture. So I use again this one. Or, so why is the scaling? Okay. I think there's a skew somewhere, but I'm not sure. So this part here makes problems. Yeah, you get the workflow, but when a problem appears, yeah, you have to test a little bit. So let's do this one and paste it and see if it works a little bit better. Yeah, there's something a little bit wrong at the moment, but I don't know exactly what. But you get the workflow. Okay, I stop here with the whole texturing thing, and yeah, all right, do it to the end. Paste. So, did we get everything? I think so. Okay, so I show you only one thing. So this is maybe interesting. So here you can use the online normal map thing here. Normal map online. So this is normal map online, and we can upload here our maybe our roof texture, and you can choose here normal map, displacement, ambient occlusion, and so on. And I'm using here the plane as a preview. So I'm looking at this thing here, and I'm choosing here the level, a little bit of blur and strength. So maybe let's test this here, and here at the bottom you can choose JPEG and download the image. So I pick here now this one, and here it's possible to upload or import the normal map for this thing. So, and then I turn off the outline, and then you see here we got such a, yeah, like it's yeah, sculpted. And so now we have a rough texture. Yeah. And the other thing is, you can also use here this thing here to generate here. This is a displacement map, but I use sometimes also the ambient occlusion to get such a texture here, and I download this map also, and here for this here I'm using here not the normal map anymore, so I'm using here the opacity slot. So here this opacity slot, and upload the downloaded image. So it's in files, this one here, I'm using here solo view, and we should use multi-resolution. So I'm using linear subdivision, and I subdivide it one time more. And here in the misc menu, it's possible to reproject the opacity to mask thing here. And I reproject it from itself. So now we don't need the opacity anymore. And sorry. I don't know exactly where my mask is. So now here you see the mask of this thing here. And now it's possible to use the inflate option. So I think in this direction. I hope you see it. So I think I'll make another tutorial about this displacement thing here. Yeah, there's a lot of possible. There are a lot of things possible with this thing here. Yeah, so here I'm not sure what the normal map does here. Maybe there's maybe there's a problem here. Yeah. Okay, but that's a way to place textures here on such flat surfaces. Maybe you need it or not. That's it for the moment. Have fun with sculpting. Ciao.